Hi everybody at the Friendship Donations Network. Sandra here. I'm quarantining in my apartment, and as you all may know, we have a surplus of milk from Wegmans in the Cool Bot. And I'm making this very short video on my poor quality laptop computer to show you how easy it is to make cheese curds with whatever you have at home. Delicious, squeaky cheese curds. So before we begin, a note from our sponsors. This video is brought to you by Ugly Sweaters Anonymous. Here is my gallon of milk. This is the Wegmans milk. It has a sell-by date of December 6th, but as we are beginning to learn, milk does not go bad on its sell-by date. It has a couple weeks of good times left in it. In fact, this one I've been using in my coffee for the past 5 days. It's been delicious, and it's still great. So, here's your pot. You're going to heat the milk. Just pour it all into your pot. The first step is to heat the milk just to boiling. Now, some recipes call for a kitchen thermometer. I don't have that. But if you heat the milk just until it boils, that's the right temperature. Looks like I got a pot that is too small. We'll just make a smaller recipe. And this recipe came off of allrecipes.com, super easy. So here it is, and I'm gonna get this boiling, and I'm going to be stirring it so that it doesn't scald. So it's been about 3 or 4 minutes. I didn't bore you all with those 3 or 4 minutes, the magic passing of time, but I've been standing here stirring, and while I stir, I'll tell you about the other ingredients used in these easy peasy cheese curds. White vinegar, super basic. I've seen recipes that can also use lemon juice. Any sort of acid is great. And then salt, that's the other thing. Stir, 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 stir. Stirring this is kind of mesmerizing and also kind of boring. It's been about, 5 more minutes or so. I do have this on medium-high. I've had this on medium-high the whole time. It's a nice way to stay warm in the winter. And I am definitely stirring constantly because the first time I tried this, I did not stir constantly, and my cheese curds had little black flecks. It was not black pepper. It's been some time now, and I haven't seen any bubbles, but the boiling bubbles are not like water in this case. I don't think we'll see them. The milk is really, really hot. On the top, it looks like latte foam when you go to the coffee shop. And it smells different than when it had at the start. It smells like hot milk, like in the olden days when... Aha! It's boiling! Wow. Okay. So, I am living very dangerously by using a small pot. Don't do that at home. It definitely got really, really tall and started climbing up the top of the pot. So, I'm going to keep stirring, and I'm pouring myself a 1/4 cup of white vinegar, which you can't see because this is a silly video setup, but here we go. Here's the white vinegar, okay? And I'm just going to pour this into the milk. And I'm stirring, 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 stirring. It's got really frothy, and I can see the texture is changing. Oh my god, this is crazy! I'm going to use a little more vinegar. A 1/4 cup might not always do it. Gonna add a bit more here. And there's white clumps in the fluffy milk, so it's probably too hard to see. But part of the liquid is clear, it looks like melted butter, and the other part is came into clumps. In the recipe, you're supposed to let it sit for 10 minutes after you add the vinegar, but I'm impatient, so I let it sit a couple minutes, but it looks like it's done all it's going to do. So I'm going to add the salt now, which is, I don't know, a pinch. They say add the salt before you strain it. I actually might add some more salt after I strain it. But Salt's cheap, so there's some now. The next step is the draining, and for that you just need a, colander and a kitchen towel that you don't mind putting through the wash afterward. I've got a kitchen towel that's a little bit more porous than some of my other ones, and one that is no longer my favorite. So this is set up in the sink. Some people choose to keep the whey, but I don't have any. I don't make bread. I don't have plans to use the whey, so I'm just going to keep those delicious squeaky cheese curds. I'm pouring this over the towel. Let you guys see here. You can definitely see this liquid. And these curds! It's so exciting! I love kitchen chemistry. Oh god, look at all these great curds down here. Gonna dump these out. You could let this sit and drain a bit more, but I'm gonna squeeze mine a little bit. This is the extent of about 75% of a gallon of milk. 3/4 gallon of milk yielded just this little bit amount of cheese curd, which just goes to show how intense cheese production is. So I'm squeezing out some of the extra liquid here. I don't care if they're completely dry or not. I'm going to put these on salads. Probably going to stir them into some scrambled eggs. I made some lentil dal the other day, and I'll put that on top. I'll put the cheese curds on top just for fun. And I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit more salt on top of them and kind of mix it in so that they can, their wetness will sort of hold on to the salt a little bit. So, I don't know. What's a good amount? Like that, maybe. Okay. So there you go. Try making cheese curds. We have so much milk, it's super fun to play. They're just like this. This one's still steaming. Oh, fun. It's so squeaky. And soft. And good protein. Yeah, it's super fun. Yeah, let me know what you think. Good luck. And just use a bigger pot.